As a sportsman, I like to support other brands that support my outdoor activities, and Hooyman is one of those brands that makes a lot of products for taking care of ranches and taking care of like areas for hunters. They make a lot of hand tools, and they also have this pole saw out here that's 40 volts. They have more things that are going to be coming out in this battery line that are going to kind of go along the same thing, taking care of food plots, hunting areas, ranch stuff, and I think that's really important. This is not a one-off Amazon brand. This brand is owned by American Outdoor Brands. If you're not familiar with them, they used to own Smith & Wesson. American Outdoor Brand now does a lot with the Smith & Wesson accessories. They kind of split a little bit there, but at the same point, you can see where I'm going. This is actually pretty cool stuff, and a lot of you guys know tools, so as we go over this, if you see something that looks very familiar to you in another brand, post that down below because I'd like to see if you guys pick up on it. Let's get after it. So this is a 40 volt pole saw. Here is the battery. It is a 2 amp hour battery. I always like to get a little bit bigger battery, but at the same point, it's a pole saw. It doesn't need much more than that. You can do quite a bit of cutting on this battery. I've done a lot with it multiple times, and the most I've ever drug it down was to half. So the performance-wise on this saw, it's pretty good. In fact, if you have a tree out there that's smaller than the 8 inches of what the actual saw portion is, you can cut that tree down with it and you'll have no problem and have enough power. And better yet, I had very, very few, in fact, only one cutout where I kind of jammed the chain in the wrong area and the tool stopped. Other than that, this tool has been absolutely perfect as far as keeping itself running and actually getting the job done. Let's come in and take a look at some of the things you get with this and exactly how this works. Being a sportsman, I appreciate that there is a bag that holds everything here. You have a scabbard that goes over the chain so you can throw it in there, no big deal. But not only as a sportsman, but even as a homeowner, I would appreciate actually having something to put this in when it's not in use. That is huge to me. Second, when this goes together, you can see that this end here is a little bit tapered, and then your electronic components are in the end, and then it has this screw end that goes in. It will, here's the opposite end, it'll screw in here pretty tight. Now, when you're using it, if things feel a little bit flimsy or they move around, this can come loose a little bit. You just tighten it back up. I only found that first in the beginning. This is the extension. So this can be 10 foot long here. I have the saw currently in its smaller capacity just so I can show you what's going on. The battery end of this guy is back here. And then we have the safety trigger, and then you have a full handle to pull. If you wanted to put on a shoulder strap, they have a place here. If you want to hang it up in your garage, they have a place on the bottom. If you're using this, there is a little rubber pad for your hand or arm to sit on, so it's very comfortable. And it's single speed, so when you turn it on, it's just going to turn on. Very, very easy to use, very quiet. On the chain end, we have basic 8-inch saw on this end. You have your oil that's here. You can see through this. You can add some oil. It really doesn't take a lot of oil. It doesn't go through a ton, but it definitely has enough. You can see after this use, I need to tighten it up, but there is a good line of oil on the bottom here. I'm definitely getting enough oil to the saw. It is not a quick adjust. So in order to adjust this chain, we would just loosen this up a little bit, and there is a regular screw in the back that would push this guy out. I don't need to really adjust this up much, but that regular screw would move this forward and get it tight so you could actually tighten the chain up to where it was needed. In my case, there's enough slop here. If I just put this in, we were good. So easy to maintain, easy to take apart. If we wanted to take it apart completely, pull this guy off, and we have a basic chainsaw here with our adjuster sitting inside this hole. And again, plenty of oil that's in here, in a normal bar that you would find and be able to replace at pretty much any hardware store. So simple, and I like simple, especially with a tool that is probably not going to be used every day by most homeowners or most hunters, and it works conveniently well. So why did I get into Hooyman, the brand, specifically? And it's very simple. They have a ton of hand tools out there that support my maintenance of property and my hunting. So it just made sense that I support them in any way that I possibly can, because I'd like them to stay around. And today, when we find all these companies that are here, all we can hope is that if we support them, they'll physically still be around to give us the cool products that we need. And when I have an outdoor company that is willing to give me the tools, I'm really willing to support them, because I want them to continue to fight to provide me the opportunity to have these products to go outdoors and enjoy myself and do the things that I like to do. So I support that, just like you guys will support anything that you're into. So I'm curious if you guys have figured out some of this yet, and I know a lot of you guys are really into tools and will know it, but this product to me, I have this guy really tight, but still comes apart easy. It's one of those things that will store easy, and it cut really well. So if you are out looking for a pole saw that is really sturdy, and especially compared to some of the other ones out there, and it does work well, this is definitely one to check out. I'll leave multiple links in the description. You can kind of learn more about American Outdoor Brands, the Hooyman, and all the stuff that they have going. I think it's pretty neat, and maybe you'll be interested also. As always, give us a like in this video, comments below. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.